have to leave before too long, and I'm going to tell you why. And it has something to do with a Mini-Chigg disaster. Just hold tight and I'll tell you in a minute. Brand new adventure today. We are going metal detecting and exploring for caves. This is a permission I have been on 2 or 3 times. Big permission. I have found a house foundation that I've detected 2, maybe 3 times at the most. Found a lot of good Civil War stuff around it. Now, I'm detecting with a vortex today, which is the first time I've had it in here. So I'm hoping we can hear some stuff that I missed last time. Fingers crossed. But we're going to explore the rest of the property too, see if we can find like an old colonial spot or maybe Civil War camp. That's my plan. Now I want to show you something. What I'm doing is I'm going to run a ridge that follows a creek right here. I want to show you something about the creek that's quite interesting, and well, maybe some of you guys haven't thought about it before. Well, you can see it's a nice, beautiful, clear creek, but if you look over there, there's like a waterfall. Let me zoom in on it for you. You can see it's coming out of a pipe, but that is a sewer outfall for a town that's nearby. A little bit worried that it's foamy because it should not be foamy. But yeah, that's like toilet flushes and all that kind of good stuff. Now it should be nice and clean. In theory, you should be able to drink it. However, as we all know, a lot of the EPA people have been fired, so who knows if there's any inspectors out here checking to make sure. Yeah, foam's really building up now. Checking to make sure that it's actually a functional sewer plant. That's one fear I have with all this cutting stuff, is that the waterways that I like to detect, and hopefully you guys do too, is just, well, you're going to have sewage floating in it like it used to be when I was a kid back in the 1970s, early 70s. But enough of that. Let's go digging. So here's the first little thing I want to show you. I haven't got any good signals yet. Mostly just like pieces of wire and stuff. But I wanted to show you something that you guys can look for when you're out and about. You see it's like a line of rocks come down through here. This is the remains of an old fence, probably. Now there's a lot of wire in here. There's stone fence. There's a lot of wire in here, so there could be a home site up in there. I don't know. I've been around these woods a little bit, but I haven't really explored them that much. So fingers crossed we'll get on a brand new one that's just loaded with coins and belt buckles and cannonballs. All right, so I've been at it for about 20 minutes, have not heard a single squeaker, not even a shotgun shell, which is bizarre. But I wanted to show you the stone wall and how it's developed. I'm following it to see if it, comes near a foundation or barn, house foundation or something like that, or even a camp. But you can see it's got much better now, and we're just going to zip all around through here. The foundation I want to go to is that direction, so we'll look around here a little bit and then kind of move that way. I had my first signal there, got you out, ran the camera. And I have a rifle cartridge. Now, unfortunately, with the cameras, I actually did not hit the record button. But yeah, this is a rifle cartridge. First relic, well, it's not really a relic, but first non-metallic signal of the day. Probably not terribly old. I mean, it could be old as me. Looks like it's smaller than 30 caliber. I don't know, it could be 270, or I don't know what it is. But I'll get you a picture of it. Oh, by the way, when I say not older than me, to some of you guys, that's ancient. It could be ancient, so, but to me, well, it's just like yesterday. Been working through the woods for like an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes, found almost nothing. I'm getting real close to that foundation, though, so I'm hopeful, but I wanted to show you a neat tree behind me. And a good reason why, when you're walking through the woods, you need to pay attention, and if you're out scouting around at night, doing whatever, you need to really pay attention. This is a type of locust tree. And look at the thorns on that. I have seen these thorns that will stick like 1.5 feet out from the tree, but even those would ruin your day if you accidentally walked into it. Those will go right through your skin into the flesh of your body, which I've never really had the pleasure. Not that I would consider that a pleasure. All right, let's get back to digging. We should get the foundation in less than 10 minutes. So here's a really interesting looking cavey area. I guess I could say karst, but I don't see any way for us to get in anything. But boy, let me get down here. Pretty cool. Yeah, so there's probably some type of cave or definitely a sinkhole in here, but we're not going to get in it, at least today. Let's get back to digging. All right, so we made it to the little foundation. You can see it right there. I've been detecting around it a little bit, and I haven't found a whole lot, but I got a signal here. I don't think it's going to be a great signal or great target, but it's probably going to be like a lid off of a compact or something, if I had to guess. Yeah, so that's root. So basically, it's a little roundish lid. I guess that's actually might be made of iron, but the ground is really rooty and it's a little bit hard to dig. There's some pottery and glass in here, though. That's window glass, and I saw some other stuff, but I don't see it right now. But hopefully we'll find a little bit as we search along. So I have my first good sounding signal out of the ground. I have dug a couple shotgun shells, but this sounds brassy. I do believe it should be at the bottom down here. Right there. Oh, I can see it. Looky. Don't know if it's going to be really good or not, but it is something, well, brassy. Coppery brassy. No idea what that is. It's like a little tube. Just a little tube-like. It's got a rivet right there. Kind of reminds me, it's about the size of like a canteen spout. A drinking spout for a canteen, but normally it wouldn't have a sharp edge like that. It'd have a smooth edge so it doesn't hurt your lip. But no idea what that is, but at least there's a couple signals left here. I don't have a whole lot of hope for this because I've been here about 15 minutes and this is really the first thing I found that's brassy. Have a nice little signal here. I thought we'd listen to it together. I don't know if we'll be able to dig it, but might be something in the iron there. I'm going to have to put you away because it's really hard to dig. And I have a problem with my shoes. So I'll show you that in a minute. It makes it even harder to dig than normal. Okay, we have a little brassy, coppery target right there. I'm pretty sure I already know what it is. And some of you guys might as well. You see it? It is. Well, no, it's not. I thought it was going to be a bayonet scabbard tip. But it's another tubey-like thing of copper, although it's got some decorations on it right here. It could be a scabbard tip, I guess, of some sort. It's not for like a bayonet. Typically, if it's a scabbard tip, it'd be wider up here and narrower, and it does kind of look like it narrows down. It's got a little bit of a lip right here. Again, some decorations on it, so it's possible that's some type of scabbard tip to like a knife or something. We'll clean it up. We'll get a good picture of that, and maybe we can figure out what it is. Is that an eagle? Could be. Either that or some flowers. All right, at least we got something. So this is part of the foundation. I got a really good signal right here. Sounds pretty sweet. It's down there a ways. I'm hitting it, you know, getting with a pinpointer, but it's a ways yet. Just right in there, I think. It's good size. I'm going to put you away. I'm going to have to dig all these rocks out and whatnot. I'll show you what it is, or if I get close to it, we'll look at it together when it comes out of the ground. All right, so we're getting close to it. It's right in the bottom of the hole. Too big for a coin. Hoping it's not a mason jar lid. I'm going to dig it out a little bit more with my fingers or maybe my little digging knife. And as soon as we see a peek of it, I'll get you back out and we'll look at it together. So I can see what it is, but it's big and I'm not going to dig it up. But let me show you, see if you can guess. Well, yeah, no, you can't see. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. If you look down in the hole, let me get a pointer. If you look down in the hole, you can see a little bit of shiny here. And there's like ridges. You see there's a ridge, trough, ridge, trough, ridge, trough. And it's made out of like, that's zinc. And what that is, I'm 99% sure, is a big old sheet, like a washboard or something. There's troll train. But that's zinc, and it's, I can tell it's just going to be something like that. So I'm not even going to bother digging that up. I'm just going to leave it in there. It'll be really thin anyway, and just kind of, you know, probably just be a big chunk of it. And hopefully you could see that. I'll try to take a picture of it too, and if I did, you'd probably be looking at it right now. So I just dug this, or, well, I guess I should say I kicked it out of the leaves. Pretty sure it's like a piece of a lantern. It might have been dug before, because like I said, I've dug this a couple times, and other people have been in here since like the 1970s, and targets are a little thinner than I thought they might be today. But we haven't really been here all that long. But we're going to have to leave before too long, and I'm going to tell you why. And it has something to do with a Mini-Chigg disaster. Just hold tight and I'll tell you in a minute. So I have a pretty decent squeaker in this hole. I haven't dug down to it yet. Probably going to have to put you away. Well, let me see if I can pinpoint it, and then we can maybe dig with one hand. Oh no. Oops. Alright. It's right underneath that rock. Let me see if I can just get back here and pry it up. There's a rock. It's not a shotgun shell, so that's why I kind of got you out. Kind of has the same type of signal, but oh, is that all? I think, yeah. I don't know where. All right, I'll have to get the detector back out. Oh, there, no, that's my shovel. I'll have to get the detector out and see where I threw it. I threw it out. I think this might be it right here. Yes, it is. Oh, okay, we got a relic. You guys know what it is? This is a piece off a saddle, probably, I guess a McClellan saddle. So yeah, that's a good little Civil War relic right there. So this is a piece off of a saddle. Pretty nice little find. So this is a piece off of, pretty sure it's a McClellan saddle, which is a Civil War era saddle. It's brassy, coppery, and the straps, you can see little rivet holes like right there with, it would be fastened onto leather, and straps would have gone through there. But yeah, that's a nice, at least we found a relic. That's pretty sweet right there. I don't think I've showed you any of these today, but this is a high base shotgun shell. This is like a 12 gauge. Of course, the top's missing. It would have been paper, and it would have the shot and the powder in it. But that's the base. It's been fired. You can see the little dimple in the middle. I found, I found half a dozen or so of these today, but I thought I'd show you at least one. All right, so here's the deal. We are going to, me and my mouse, that's in my pocket, are going to have to cut this hunt a little bit short. I'm going to tell you why, and it has to do with a little Mini-Chigg disaster, as I've said once before. Let me show you what happened. It's terrible. Okay, first thing, you probably won't notice, but I'm wearing like some old hiking boots that I had, because my Army surplus boots, and I got several pairs, are hurting my foot for some reason. At some point I injured my foot right here, and the leather is rubbing against it, so I can't wear those boots and hike any distance. So I put these old things on. When I say old, I guess they're quite old, because the soles fell off of them. As I was detecting today, these are the soles of my shoes. So basically, I am walking on like very thin soles, and I keep getting sticks and stuff in them. All right, so here's the deal. We are going to, me and my mouse, that's in my pocket, are going to have to cut this hunt a little bit short. I'm going to tell you why, and it has to do with a little Mini-Chigg disaster, as I've said once before. Let me show you what happened. It's terrible. Okay, first thing, you probably won't notice, but I'm wearing like some old hiking boots that I had, because my Army surplus boots, and I got several pairs, are hurting my foot for some reason. At some point I injured my foot right here, and the leather is rubbing against it, so I can't wear those boots and hike any distance. So I put these old things on. When I say old, I guess they're quite old, because the soles fell off of them. As I was detecting today, these are the soles of my shoes. So basically, I am walking on like very thin soles, and I keep getting sticks and stuff in them. So I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to head back to the vehicle, get all the little ticks off me. I can see one right there. We'll call it a day. Not a lot of finds today, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Hope to see you on the next one.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity.